Hey, good morning. This is encouraging and motivation from my heart. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving and you were able to spend lots of time with your family and with friends. And today I am going to talk to you a little bit about encouragement and faith and what that has looked like in my life. And hopefully it'll help encourage you a little bit in your life in whatever areas you need encouragement and faith in. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of part in my life where I needed the most faith. And you've already heard one as far as when I didn't know what job I was going to have. Well, there was another one like that in my life as well. February 14th, 2013, we found out that I had to separate active duty by May 31st, 2013. My contract wasn't up until 2016, but we made a decision as a family to choose family over my career during that time frame. They were trying to send me to a place that was not good for my family. So I was not allowed to stay and finish my contract. My son at the time was 2 years old, and my daughter was getting ready to turn 9 or 10 years old. My husband at the time was working as a help desk technician, but had put in for a higher paying job prior to us finding this out. We just didn't know at the time if he had made it or not. So my family and I had to figure out what we were going to do for my income, because just based off of my husband's income, it would not be enough to support our family. So after some research, we found out that I could go into the reserves, into my old career field. And however, it wasn't going to be full time. So we prayed because we didn't know exactly what we were going to do. Sure, I could get, other jobs, but how many of you have wasted time trying to just do the small things when God wanted you to do something else over here? So we prayed. And before I tell you the rest of the story, I want to kind of link it a little bit with some of the other stories that have been in the Bible. It reminds me a little bit of several individuals that are actually in the Bible that kind of came to this certain point in their life as well. We have Hannah, who was Eli's mom. Hannah was at a point to where she was barren. She couldn't have kids, and she wanted to have kids, so she was at a point of desperation. And then you have Abraham, who was told at an old age he was going to have a son. And not only was he told that at an old age, he did have a son, but also he was at a point to where he was faced with having to sacrifice his son. Was he going to have the faith that God was going to pull through? Moses, who was told that he was going to free his people, and Moses was somebody who did not like speaking in front of other people, much less being a leader at that time. And Paul, who was in jail. Paul was a faithful man, and he was in jail, and he still had that encouragement and that faith. All these individuals have been a point in their life where they had to have faith, and they still needed to be encouraged during these tough periods of time. So I ask you, what is your faith in right now? And where is it that you're struggling in it right now? I wanted to look at exactly what does faith mean, because a lot of people throw faith out there. What is faith? And there were several different definitions, but complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So complete trust or confidence in someone or something. I know what that looks like for me is that as complete confidence that I know that God is going to work things out and trust in Him. Now, sometimes I wish I knew exactly what that looked like, because sometimes it can be frustrating if you just close your eyes and you're just walking forward without anyone to guide you along. Having faith does not come easy, and it's not automatic. During the time of the unknown with me and my husband, we not only prayed, but we asked others to pray as well. Pray that God's will would be done, and He would open our eyes and our ears to what He wanted us to do in our lives. We asked that He would guide our footsteps and our directions. And on the day that I was separating, we found out that my husband had actually got the job that he applied for. And when we sat down and we looked at it, his job made up lost the money that I wasn't going to be getting for active duty. I'm sorry, I don't know why this is bringing me to tears. Ugh. So today I wanted to leave you with an acrostic for you to remember faith by, and whatever area it is in your life that you need that faith. And I didn't come up with this acrostic, I actually found it, but it's full assurance in trusting him, meaning you are certain that you trust him and that he is going to go through. Now, God is the manager per se, or God is the one who gives us the tools and the resources, but we're the ones who have to manage those tools and resources that he gives us. So it's a high calling. I want you to today look in your life. What is it that you need that faith in, and who is it that you're putting that faith in? Are you putting it in other people, or are you putting it in God, or are you putting it in yourself? Because only God can have that full assurance, that full trust, because he's the only one that can pull through. So I hope and pray that my story and that some of these stories in the Bible can bring you some kind of encouragement today, even if it's just a little bit of encouragement to know, okay, we can do this. I pray that if you don't have somebody who's around you helping to encourage you through your hard time, that you would find somebody, reach out, even if it's me that you need. You guys, I'm not perfect, and I just hope and pray that some of these videos that I do can bring you just a little bit of encouragement and help you in something that you're going on or going through in your life. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and that you're encouraged by these words. Again, this is motivation and encouragement from my heart.